versus Kelvin Benjamin.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. From the gun, Winston. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Winston from the gun on third down. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense. The tight end in motion right. And the play clock's running down. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play fake. Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And a give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking their early lead.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On play action, Winston eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K1 short. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Third and long for Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Shift together here from the D-line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, it's Newton. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Give him 30 yards there. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
From the red zone now, Newton. And it's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Here's Newton. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That good for 22 and a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime. You hand the ball to a back.
They fake the give. Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And Cam is still down here. Appears to be shaken up and in some pain after the last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now it's the backup Smith. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. He's got it at the 15. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come out in the pistol. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Again, McCaffrey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gano's kick is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Halfback sent in motion. The first down throw for Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Chris Baker busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And the back goes into motion. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Come on now. 3 down. Hey, come on now. Check.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go, and he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Newton now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here's the battering ram Blunt. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
4th and inches, does he get the 1st? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
Fresh set of downs here. Here's Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 58 yards on the ground. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run. Martin. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Give to the fullback on the dive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left. But that was right all the way.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds, able to get it up right near the 25 to the 24. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Pistol, McCaffrey, and some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty.
20.
Play action. It's Newton. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. Now Blunt. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Second and goal now from the 8. They'll run again with Blunt. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinators. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. LeGarrette Blunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yards. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Here we go. Here we go. Easy. Ready.
One last shot now for Winston. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for two and end this thing now.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Check, one set. Check, one set.
First throw in overtime for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my number 1 play with my number 1 runner over my number 1 blocker to get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Halfback sent in motion. 3rd down, it's Doug Martin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. What can Winston do in the OT now? Looking deep now, and this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I